If you are talking, we cannot hear you. Your mind is in mute.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Christopher. Um, we appreciate your welcome address. And I welcome you all, our dear students, to our 2026 mid-diet orientation exercise. This is our regular practice at Equity Professionals. And the intention of this exercise is to ensure that you are adequately prepared in terms of your registration with Ican, as well as making sure that you understand the fact that it's not just about attending classes. You also need to be abreast and duly registered with the professional body, because without that, you will not be able to write the exam. And we're also going to put you through on key areas on how to ensure that you pass your exams. It's going to be a very short and exciting session. We would appreciate your strict focus and attention, and I hope you are going to get the best out of this session today. So again, I welcome you all, and we look forward to an exciting session with every one of you. Thank you very much. So, Mr. Chris, over to you again.
Thank you, my MP, for that brief introduction. That is succinct. That was succinct and straightforward to the point. Okay, I'll hand over to my another Oga, that is Mr. Adejuwon, to quickly tell us about ICANN, and at the same time tell us brief about uh, network professionals, how we started, and all that encompasses networks, and at the same time talk us through ICANN professional exam. Over to you, Mr. Adeju. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Christopher Kimbobola, and my MD. Thank you for the brief introduction. Yes, for those that are just hearing me for the first time, my name is Adejuwon, and yeah, a brief introduction about Equity Professional. The journey started January 2015 with the name Network Professional Academy, and we ran the name from day one, 1st of January 2015 up to June 30th, 2024, before we changed name to Equity Professional, and ever since then, our new name has been Equity Professional. All right. Of course, over the years, so much has been done in terms of students that have passed through network Equity Professional up to this moment. At Equity Professional, we, just as some of you are aware of, we conduct both physical and online classes, and we are located, our classroom lectures are located in Victoria Island as well as Isolo here in Lagos. All right, and we are duly recognized by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. Of course, currently we have 4 directors in Equity Professional. My MD is Mr. Wasil Opola. The other directors are Mr. Christopher Kimbobola, Mr. Wasil Yusuf, and myself, Adejuwon Daud. All right, the 4 of us are the owners and directors of Equity Professional. Of course, we have diverse experience and well-exposed tutors that are key partner and stakeholders in Equity Professional, because those are the faces of Equity Professional. And we are happy to have all our tutors, all our lecturers in our midst, because they are contributing positively towards promoting the corporate image of Equity Professional. And I believe before the end of this meeting, some of them will join us to also speak to you. So that's a brief introduction about equity professional. Mr. Christopher, you can take it away from me.
Thank you,
Okay.
Adejuwon, for that brief introduction. So, just that you know, equity professional is not just starting today. We've been on this journey for over 10 years. So, even though our first coming we came as networks, but as of now, we are equity professional. Okay. So that I will not delay you so much, I will hand over to my MD to quickly take us through uh, ICANN registration and any question that you have with regards to ICANN. So, Mr. Adejuwon, Mr. Wasiu Opola will quickly take us through that. Then, if you have any question, you ask, and we would be willing and ready to answer you. Thank you. Okay, before Mr. Wasiu, kindly note that the question and answer will come after Mr. Wasiu's Opola presentation. So I can see your hand, Declan. See that you raise your hand, but be rest assured that we are going to answer your question after Mr. Wasiu Opola's presentation. So, Mr. Wasiu Opola, over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Christopher. So I'll be running you through ICANN registration process and ICANN exemption process. I know that some of you are already duly registered with ICANN, while some are not. So the registration I would be talking about is in two folds. Number one, for those of you that have not registered at all, you need to know that it is getting late. It is getting late because when you register, it takes like a week. Sometimes, as a result of technical glitch, it could take longer. And I mean, I've seen a student that has put in his registration since last year, December, and hasn't gotten his registration number till now. And one thing I can tell you is this: you can do it yourself. You don't need, it's as easy as going to log into your Facebook. It's as easy as that. Secondly, when your registration number is out, before you be allowed to write the exam, you might be required to claim some exemption. Exemption process can take up to a month also. Then before it is finally approved and all that. Then before you can finally pay for exam. So three things you need to do with ICANN. So I will just touch on those three things. Now, for you that you have not registered with ICANN, you need to go and register as quickly as possible, immediately. And the process of registration is very straightforward. As you can see, I'm sure you can all see my screen. I'm on the ICANN website right now. You just Google ICANN. Google ICANN. The first website there, the first URL you will see on that landing page, if you click it, it takes you to ICANN landing page. And at the nav bar here, you would see all member, students, and all that. If you click students, just highlight on it, the drop down will show. Now, when this drop down show, just go to registration. Then from registration, you go to professional. You click professional. When you click professional, it brings you to this page. Just scroll up. Scroll up. You would get here. You see, when I highlighted it, it changed to blue. If you click on it, you say to register as a professional student, click here. When you click, it brings you to this page. I mean, it has a lot of details, but you can click skip to registration procedure. So it brings you here automatically. So it says you should log on to Ican portal like that to start your registration process. And the payment, all the details are there. You can take your time to read it. So you are here. This is where you would register as a new student. Now, don't come and click here. You will not. This is not meant for you. This is meant for those that are already registered. For you, you come here and click new student registration. Now, that process that I took you through, there's an alternative to it. Because of that, I'm going to go back to the home page again. Now, on the home page, the alternative way, you will see portal on the nav bar. Okay. You come to professional portal. If you click on it, it brings you to that same page. That's faster, right? Yeah, it is. But I initially took you through that process because that explains everything you need to know in detail, how much you're supposed to pay and all of that. But this is much faster. You just go to portal, you go to professional portal, it brings you here. Then you click new student registration. When you click it, it brings you to this form. All you need to do is fill in this form. Your phone number that is accessible, your email that you know the password. As soon as you enter these details, right, it will bring up, I can enter my details. Now, if I enter it, immediately it will load it and it will bring up a payment platform, either Monify or whatever. It's so easy to pay. You just click on that payment platform. It takes you to their payment page. You can just transfer. Everybody can transfer. It will give you an account number, you transfer. And instantly, it will acknowledge your money. And it will bring you back to this form. All you just need to do, fill this form. And as soon as you fill the form, and what are you filling there? The most important thing is your biodata. There are places for primary school, secondary school, those ones are irrelevant. Where you work, you can leave that one, you can fill that one later, much later. The most important thing is your higher institution. Your higher institution. And your higher institution includes someone that did AAT. It will be there. As soon as you fill that, you submit. So you get somebody that is qualified and whose subscription is up to date, right? So you can reach out to me for that. You can reach out to me for that. So we would be able to, we can act as your referee. And when you submit that, you just click submit. You print it out, not necessarily print it out in hard copy. And print it in PDF, in soft copy. It signs, and you sign as well, and you upload it back on the same page. Then you're done with your registration. You are done. Again, you can do it yourself. It's not straightforward. Now, when you are done with the process of registration, you will get your registration number via your email within a week. Sometimes it's less than that. Within a week, sometimes it's less than that. If you have any challenge, we would then have to give you access or direct email to Ican or give you people to call. But in 99.9% of the case, you won't have any challenge. Now, as soon as you get your registration number, you come back to this portal. This portal is so useful to you all through your Ican journey. I mean, this is going to be your communication portal with Ican. So you come back to this portal. Remember, homepage portal, professional portal, it brings you here. As soon as you get your registration number, you then come back here. That is when this register then becomes relevant to you. You just come here and click register. So now the essence of this is for you to have a profile with Ican. You will see the first item here is your registration number, your surname, email, and all of that, your ID card, your passport. Please put a nice passport because that might be what you find on your certificate at the end of the day. You want it to be very nice. Now, as soon as you are done with that, with this registration, then you can actually come back to this landing page again. Then you can log in. Okay, you will have created a password and with your registration number. So when you log in, at every point in time, anything you want to do with ICANN, this is where everything you need to do. As soon as you complete your registration process, the next thing is your exemption. Your exemption. So there are some of you that would claim exemption. In fact, most of you, especially accounting students, they exempt you from all courses in foundation, including audit. So this is where you apply for the exemption. So you come here and click apply for exemption. Now you will see that there is a place that they said PIN, serial number, and all of that. So before you can get a PIN and serial number, you will need to have paid for the exemption. After you have paid for the exemption, it will generate a PIN and serial number for you. And how do you pay? You see this pay icon on this portal. Anything you want to pay for, pay icon takes care of it. So you see, when I click pay icon, it brought me to for new payments, click here. Let's click it and see. So what are we paying for? Now, yeah, you enter your registration number, you enter everything, you enter your details. You would, you would, let's see, click to add payment items. Okay. Okay. So you enter your registration number, your email, so you come here and click to add payment items. Okay, I've clicked more than one in case I want to pay for more than one thing. So if I click here, so yeah, I can pay for MPAO fees, transcript fee, subscription, exemption. So you can pay for subscription and exemption here. So majorly, exemption is useful here. You click exemption. Now, amounts. So again, if you know the amount you pay, I'll show you how to get the amount. You would enter it here, right? So automatically, as soon as you enter it here, you enter it yourself and you must enter the right amount. As soon as you enter it there, it will automatically update it here. This is where they wrote payment amount. Then you come and click here that I've course checked and all of that. So you see that there is a penal fee if you make mistakes. They will just send you an email that you have made the mistake that you should go and pay 5,000. So you don't want to make mistakes, and it's not difficult. You don't go and be looking for somebody to be doing it for you and all of. You can't do it yourself. It has nothing to do with me. You're busy or whatever. You can do it yourself. Then you click pay. Again, as soon as you click pay, it takes you to a dashboard, or in fact, the payment platform of Monify. You can transfer. It's so easy to pay. Just to give you an account number, you send the money, then you pay. And that's it. Now, when you pay, immediately you pay, it will come and show on your payment. You see it will take you to a page where you will see some that you have made payment for this. Now, that page, you just need to click on it. That is where you would get this that's where you will get this PIN and serial number. So before you get this PIN and serial number, you need to have paid. You need to have paid. Then you enter your school, your discipline, year of qualification, and all of that. Then you submit. When you submit, it brings out a form again. Just fill it, your personal details. You fill it again, your referee will sign again. Then you submit. Then you submit immediately. Now, the important part is this. Don't make mistakes in terms of the exemption you are supposed to claim. You need to ensure that you're claiming the right exemption, right? If you are not sure, ask. And this is where you will check. If you go to Ican home page, this is the landing page. You go to students, you go to exemption, you go to professional, you click. It takes you to this. Click professional examination guide. So this would tell you if you have this qualification, this is the exemption you will get, and this is how much you would pay. So this is where you would check. You can come and check yourself. Check. Don't just rely on somebody told me. Person might not know. A lot of you guys that come to ask me, I don't know myself. I will just come and quickly check. So the time I will be taking to tell you, yeah, go to this, I can just quickly check and say, okay, this is how much. No, you don't need to wait for anyone. You can come here and check yourself so you know the exemption you're getting. So for those of you that studied accounting education is not accounting. I've seen that mix up before, that somebody studied accounting education and person was opting for exemption for accounting. So if you are studying accounting education, you only get 3 exemptions. You are still going to write MA, Management Accounting at Foundation, and the exemption you are paying is 38.4. So it's 38.4, you will go and enter into that amount when you want to pay, when in that pay icon. But if you studied accounting for you, and you need to also be sure that your school is recognized. If your school is not recognized, you won't get it. Now, for those of you that did MBA finance, before you used to have CSME. Now, the CSME has been scrapped. So, except they update this as it is today, you are on the same level with somebody that studied Ican, that studied accounting, okay, from an accredited institution. Okay, so this is what you would get. All subject to foundation and audit, and this is how much you're paying. So you need to be sure, because if your school is not accredited, you're only getting 3 exemptions, and you're also going to write MA at foundation. Be sure that your school is accredited. Because the challenge we have is that if you go and pay wrong amount, you submit to ICANN, they will not get back to you that your exemption is not approved. Then you start, that process is stressful. So carefully ensure that you are on the right path right from the beginning. So that is the exemption, that's the exemption process. Now, for those of you that are in professional, that are fully you're registered, you're exempted, you have done everything. Ensure you have paid your subscription. Don't wait till the dying minute. Again, if you go to professional portal, and you log in, every one of you should be able to log in here. If you cannot log in, go and make sure you remember your password. Everything in your ICANN journey, up to the point where you want to apply for induction, you need this page. You need this page. As you can see here, application for induction. This page is with you from birth to as you are exiting out of studentship with ICANN. Then it is when you are inducted, then they will now give you another portal as a member. But up to induction, this is the portal you need. Go and ensure you can log in. Now, this is where you can pay for your exemption. Again, you go to pay Ican, you go to Monify and all of that. But if you want to know how much you are owing Ican, just come to your financial status. It will show you everything here. Everything you're owing Ican, it will show you. Again, when the registration fee is out, so when the examination fees, when it is out, now it's like it should be out by March, for example. Now it should be out by March. So as soon as it's out in March, if you have the money and you know you want to write this exam, try and do it in March. Or worst case, first week in April, just do it as early as possible. Don't, and the reason why I'm saying you need to do it as fast as possible is because of the spaces at the centers are limited. They are very limited. Some people will not pay, especially our student at VI. I mean, somebody that stays in Aja, it was a lady last diet. She stays in Aja. She had to go and write her exam at Amuwo Dolphin. I mean, it's stressful. So she wanted to go and book an hotel, but lucky her, all her exams were in the afternoon. So she would leave home in the morning, go there. You see, that journey time self, you can easily walk to Ican. If you had gotten a center on the island, you will use that time to read. The stress, and you don't want to do that on an exam day. And anything can happen on Lagos Road. So as soon as it's out, get the money, pay. And this is where you come and pay on your portal. And look at it here. Registration for examination. You just come here, you click it. You pay for your exam. It's so you don't even need anybody to do this for you. You just come and do it. All of you should be so used to this page. I mean, I used to help our students to do it, diet in diet. Go and do it. No, it's hard. It's not hard. You need to get used to this. Some people, you help them register for their exam every diet. When it's time for induction, they cannot. You should be able to do all of these things. Now, if you're able to key yourself into all of that, then your journey, as far as interactions with ICANN, will be easy. Then equity professionals, we are then there to ensure that you pass. Yes, we are there, but you do not want to miss this process. It is very essential, and you have to ensure that you're visible on this page. You visit this page regularly to see what is happening there. In fact, this is where you come and check your examination result at the end of the day. You don't even need to wait for link and all of that. You can come and check your examination. If you check examination, you can check your examination status. This is where you will know when your exemption has been approved. By the time you click this status, it will tell you the number of papers you have left. When you click results, you can check your examination result. If you have written foundation before long and you want to check your foundation results, you can just come here and click. But it needs me to sign in before I'll be able to do that. You can, everything you need to do, you can do it here. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone. So I'll hand over to Mr. Chris, and we await your questions. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Wasiu Opola, for our detailed review and explanation as to how students will register for the exam, especially with regards to them avoiding unnecessary mistakes. In fact, one of the mistakes could cost you as high as 5K. And at the same time, you don't want that to happen to you. And it could be very, very challenging for you to be able to rectify the mistake when you make the mistake. At times, you might need to get to ICANN office. You might need to get to ICANN office to get this sorted. He also made mention of something that is very succinct, something that is very important, which is early registration for this exam. you do not want a situation whereby you not register for your exam on time, which is going to have an impact on your concentration. You want to write this exam, register on time, which is very important to do that. Because if you don't do that, it could have a negative impact on you. Okay, as we are talking, one of our great lecturer walked in, and that is in the person of Miss Christiana Okpalua. I want Miss Christiana to just say something before we move on to the next thing. Miss Christiana, over to you.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Christiana here. I'm looking forward. I know some of us will have connected in class, and I look forward to seeing us in smaller rooms in our audit class and all of that. I would also say that you're in a very good place, and I would want you to just take all that you can from equity professionals. All the best, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Christiana. That was very, very sharp and straightforward. Thank you. God bless. Okay. Before we move to the next agenda, do you have any questions to ask before we move to the next agenda? Yes, Mr. Declan, you are the first person. So Declan, after Declan, we go to Sunday, Tony Peter. So Declan, over to you.
Good evening, y'all.
Good evening,
Yeah,
Declan.
good evening. So, I make inquiry online. I search with my phone, so I get in contact with the VI Equity Professional Lecture Center. So I've not been there before, but I just saw it through online. So I called the number I saw there. So it's through the number I got to join this group. So from your explanation, though you have answered part of the question I want to ask, so I still want to get more clarification on it. I've accessed this app. I've mastered the app. I've registered. So I've also paid for exemption. I study accounting education in affiliation in UNN. So I saw the exemption part there. I also checked out how much the particular degree can be exempted for the courses, which before I did that, I checked the exam center and status. I saw that I'm meant to write 4 courses. So I now checked the exemption, it said it's 3. So I paid the amount, which is 38.4, which I paid 38.8. So I also checked my financial status. I'm seeing that I'm having a balance of my payments. Okay. But I proceed to the exemption. I paid the exemptions. They gave me the codes and the PIN of the exemption. So, but the problem I'm having is that all the membership they are giving me their referee numbers, they are still owing outstanding. So to complete the application for exemption becomes problem. So that was the reason why but you mentioned it here that if register.
Declan, the issue there is that you are looking for someone to sign for you. We are available. Yes. I can sign, Mr. Wasu Okpola can sign. So, and we paid our subscription up to date. So you can bring it. Mr. Christopher Akinwola is my name, or Mr. Wasu Okpola. Subscription is up to date. Mine is up to date. We can sign for you. So
thank you. Which is it? Is it like the office hours? Is it only Saturday and Sunday on the King's line?
On our WhatsApp line, we would direct you appropriately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next person is Mr. Sunday. Please ensure that
my name is
you don't go straight to the point.
My question is okay. My question is okay. I wrote a May 2024 diet function. Although I passed MI, so I still have FA and law. So I did exemption then. I paid for my exemption there. My question now is that am I still going to pay for the exemption now?
No, you are not
That
paying.
is my first question.
You are not paying.
So should I ask the remaining question?
Bro, there's a
Okay,
second
not paying.
question.
Okay. Then the
We can hear you.
hello.
We can hear you.
Hello. Okay. So you said I'm not paying, Abi?
Sunday, you are not
Hello.
paying. You are not paying. So the next person, thank you, Mr.
Okay.
Next person.
Okay. I still
Adewite
have a question.
Adekunle. Mr. Sunday, you can send your question through chat to you.
Okay.
Adekunle.
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
evening, sir.
Good evening.
I listened to everything you said, so I've tried registering for Ican by myself. That was last month, 27th of last month. So the way you explain it was the way I went about it. I signed, I have someone to sign for me. I package all my documents inside one folder and I uploaded it. So and it wrote successful. So I was expecting some kind of feedback from them, but up till now I've not gotten any response.
I can assure you ICANN is working on this. You'll get response as soon as possible. But if you do not get response for the next 1 week, you can contact me, myself, or Mr. Wasu Okwola. Will help you reach out to ICANN to inquire what is going on with your registration. But the rest of the ICANN is working on it.
Can I do that this weekend when I come to tutorial because
So
it's already up to a week?
Give it 1 more week. Let's see if
Okay.
after that, then we'll follow up behind the scenes for you. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Adebayo, over to you.
Good evening, everyone. Please confirm if you can hear me, please.
We can hear you, Adebayo. We can hear you.
All right, thank you. Yeah, good evening. My name is Adebayo again. So my question is, I have an issue with my registration. So I first registered in 2003, but I just left it. I didn't do anything after then. But I didn't complete my registration. So at this point, I wanted to register again. So it was referring back to my initial registration. So now I'm trying to pay the differential, but I don't know how to go about it. So I've sent an email to ICANN, but I've not gotten a response on how to pay the differentials on how to complete my registration. I don't know if you can help me on this call.
Mr. Wasu, over to you.
Okay, so two things. You should have sent an email to Student Affairs, I guess, and at the same time, if you can actually log in, if you can actually come to here to check, if you're able to check here. So if you come here, if you cannot, of course, if you have your registration number, you can put it here. If you cannot remember, you can use forgot password so that if possible, they can give you a new password so that you'll be able to log in. So when you log in, you will see your financial status, right? Since you said you have written the exam before. So it's just for you to see if you have written the exam before, you might not really need to
No,
be
sir.
coming.
He has not written before.
I've not even completed. I've not completed my registration at all.
You have not, so you don't have a registration number.
Yes, what I have is just the reference number from payment.
So if I would advise you, change the
Yes,
email
sir.
you are using. Use another email. Use another email and use that to register so that you can register fresh. 2003, you said, or 2023. It's a long time ago.
2023. Sorry, 2023. I wrote 2023. Apologies.
Okay. So
2023.
2023, that's like 4 years ago or 3 years ago. So if
Yes,
he's
3 years
referring you,
ago.
if he's referring you to that, if you have another email, so he's recognizing the email you use then. And one
Yes.
way or the other, if you eventually, maybe they have actually keyed you in, so you should not have accumulated subscription for you for over 3 years. And if you have another email, register with another email. It makes your life easy, and you get it over with within 1 week, and
Mm.
move on. That's what I would advise you to do, really, so that you won't be sending emails up and down. Just use another email.
Okay. Okay. I never knew that that is allowed. I can do that.
Yes,
Thank you.
since you have not completed the registration, so you start afresh.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, the last person is Perpetua. Daniel, you're just raising your hand now, but would give you benefit. So the last person is Daniel. No other question for now till after the next session. Okay, Perpetua, over to you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Perpetua.
Sir, please, I registered for Ican last year, but I didn't write. And I updated my student profile, but I forgot my password. I've been trying to reset it in 6 months. I've not been getting any new password. Hello?
Mr. Asu,
Yeah,
can you hear?
Perpetua.
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you. So, Stan, have you just send an email to Student Affairs, right?
Okay.
They would reset it for you from their end.
Oh,
So if you are not getting an email, again, you might try it again and check spam. Maybe they are sending the email to spam, and you're missing that. You're missing on that. But if it's not coming in, then it's a server error from their side. That means that functionality on our website does not work. Otherwise, you should get an email reset, just the way I was telling the other participant. So if it does not work, you will need to send an email to Student Affairs. Then they would help you reset it from their backend and do you a reset email. Okay? And then that would solve it.
okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
At the end of this meeting, we're going to share with you on our general WhatsApp group the email for Student Affairs if you do not have it, so that you can get it. Daniel will be the last person for now. Then, after the next session, Ademiji, Olamilekon, you can now ask your question. We don't have much time. Daniel, over to you.
Good evening. Good evening, all. Please, I just wanted to reconfirm about the application for the exemption. Is it obviously after the new student registration? Do you apply straight to the application for the exemption, or you have to register? But I wasn't here before.
Okay, so the process is after you have done your registration
Okay.
number, then you can now apply for exemption. You don't apply straight away. Once your registration
Okay.
number, that is when you can go ahead and apply. Okay.
After I registered on this green part
Yes.
here, after I click register.
Your registration number will come out. Then you can.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Your registration number will come out. Then
Uh-huh.
you can now apply for exemption.
Okay, I mean, do I have to? I've done the new student registration. Do I have to click register here?
You have your registration number, as
I
a
have my
student.
registration number.
Then apply for exemption.
Okay, I mean, do I have to log in then apply or just go straight out of here? Say,
Okay, so as soon as since you said you have your registration number, so you should come to this portal. You should
yeah,
come to this
that's
portal here. Then you click
okay.
register
Okay, yeah,
and,
that's
and,
so.
and you create a password for yourself and all that. You
Okay,
upload your ID and all that. So when you are done that, then it should then redirect you to also log in. So when you log in, and don't ever forget your password. It's sometimes it could be very hectic to get it back. So you'll be able to use that to log in. So when you want to pay for your exemption, like I mentioned earlier, you come to pay Ican. So you click on modify, it takes you to a page where you can pay for your subscription. And before you pay for your subscription, ensure you confirm the amount. I've mentioned all that before. So when you
yeah,
know the amount, then you come and enter that. So after you have paid, there it will generate a PIN and serial number for you. It is only then you can then come back to this application for exemption, this second tab after new. So yeah, when you click it, if you click it now, it will ask you for PIN and serial number. Then you enter all the details that you have. And that's the process. Then you'll be
okay,
done with the exemption.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Wasil, we'll quickly agenda. If you have any question, you hold it till we are done with the next agenda. Okay. That is strategies for passing ICANN exam. I think I'll be taking that. And if Mr. Adejuwon or Mr. Wasil have any other add-on, they will come up with that. So, firstly, it is very important to understand the exam requirements. A lot of people want to write this exam. They do not understand the requirement of the exam, and they will just go to the exam and they won't do well in the exam. Especially people that are just starting the exam, especially those that are coming from university and writing the exam for the first time, or those that are joining from foundation, writing the exam for the first time. A lot of them usually make this mistake without understanding basic principle, basic understanding for this. Do not go to exam without understanding the strategy for passing the exam. So therefore, the purpose of this discussion is for me to quickly run you through the strategies for passing this exam, which is very important at this stage. Now, just like you are aware, writing this kind of exam, you need to master a lot of things. And what are these things that you need to master? Number one is to master the past question. Most of the time in the class, when I come to the class, I usually tell you that your past questions are very important. You know, when you write an exam and you're not studying with past questions, it is more like someone. Sorry for the break. It is you going for the to war without arming yourself with the equipment that is needed for the exam, for the war. So you need to equip yourself with the past, because what do you want to do with the past question? You want to see the trend of the question. You want to see recurring question. You also want to see the formulas that the examiners has been testing, questions, topics the examiner has been testing. And you don't do this thing just for 2 or 3 diets. No, you want to run through 10 diets. In fact, if you have this trend, you can run through 10 years. That is 20 diets of ICANN examination. You want to see how the examiners are testing the question, how consistent the examiner in some topics, which is very important for you to do. Now, the next thing is A lot of students do not know how to manage time. Time management is very important. You want to go for this exam, you must ensure that in a weekday, for those of you that you are not receiving online lectures, in a weekday, you can't do less than 2 to 4 hours reading. You don't compile all your notes till the exam time. You don't do that. You have to continue to read at least 2 to 4 hours on a weekday. You have to ensure you read for that period, for that hours. And for those of you that are doing online classes, I know your classes are staggered over the weekend. You don't usually come for class during weekend. You also need to create that 2 to 3 or 4 hours schedule for yourself, maybe over the weekend, if you do not have time during the week because you have to receive lectures during the week. Now, break your revision into topics and subtopics and track progress. Progress is very important. When you are doing break-even analysis and you do not understand it, ensure that you study it deeply before you move to the other topic. Because, for example, if you are doing decision making in your performance management, there are some key topics that you need to know before you move to all these complex situations. So, all those preliminary topics, you need to understand them. You are doing tax, for example, you need to understand some key topics before you go to advanced topics. So these are very important. Read them, understand them before you move. Break your topics into subtopics. Understand them before you move. Again, focus is very important. This is not the time that you'll be running after what is not important to you now. What is important to you now is this exam. Ican should not be a going concern for you. No, it should not be a going concern. It is what you are supposed to do for a particular period of time and move on to the other thing. It is not going to be very encouraging that you write this exam and you do not pass. You want to write the exam and you want to pass. That is the focus here. So you must focus and prioritize your exam. Prioritize it. Use multiple sources. Past questions, recommended textbook, online videos, tutorials, a lot of things needs to come into play. You don't just restrict yourself to only one source. Check for other sources, online videos, and thankfully, equity professionals, ever since we started, we have several videos, even in the past diets. You can go to our website, our YouTube page, subscribe, read, look up for topics that are very, very difficult for you to understand. Read up on them, view them, watch them, and you get more insight into what you need. Another thing that is very important is for you to practice questions. Practice make perfect. Continue to practice. It is very important. And also identify your area of weakness. I remember when I was doing SFM in 2005, that was when they introduced SFM. I remember that portfolio theory usually have 3 asset portfolio. And what we used to do then is that we start from 2 asset portfolio. We cram the method, we cram it, we write it down every day. Now, the next thing that we usually do is that after we've now understood that 2 asset portfolio, we move on to the next one, 3 asset portfolio. The formula is very, very lengthy. So we ensure that we write it down every day. We write it every day till we master it. And that was what we did. So that, by the time you get to the exam, all these things will not be difficult for you. Identify your weakness and ensure that you work on your weakness. Don't leave any stone untouched. It is very important. And stay updated, which is very important. On the day of exam, read the instruction carefully. A lot of people don't read the instruction carefully. You do things anyhow. Don't do that in this exam. The exam is 3 hours, 15 minutes. 15 minutes on top of it is for you to acclimatize yourself with that. Look at the question. Don't dabble into question. Don't just say, okay, this question. No. Plan your journey. It is just like someone that is traveling to Abeokuta. you have to plan your journey before you leave your house. So when you are given a question, you must plan it before you start attempting the question. Don't attempt question without plan. It is not very good for you. In fact, I would advise that you start from the easier one to the more complex one. Don't dabble into question. Don't just go into the complex one. And before you know it, you are wasting time. Do the easier one, put it at last time. On the day of the exam, there are things that you should not do. Do not use wristwatch on the day of the exam, especially the wristwatch that has all this. Recently, we have a case where Ican suspended one of our students that wrote exam and forgot to remove our wristwatch. I want to beg you, do not do that. When you are going for this exam, remove your wristwatch. Do not go to the any gadgets. Focus on the exam. The exam, you're going to have, what's it called? You're going to have clock, big work clock on the exam. Use that one to time yourself. Personal exam. And before you go to the exam, maintain a healthy routine. Sleep adequately, eat adequately, and reduce stress. Don't do last minute cramming. It is very, very dangerous. And that is why you have to imbibe the culture of studying before you go to the exam. So that will not waste much time. We'll round off here. And the most important thing is everything has to be put in God's hand. God is the author and finisher of our faith. God is the Almighty. God is the one direction. Pray for God's direction. God will guide you aright. And whatsoever that you do, time management is very important. Ensure you manage your time very well when you get to the exam. Okay, I will leave it at that. If Mr. Adejuwon has anything to say, he should go ahead and say it now. If Mr. Wasu Opola wants to add anything, he can go ahead and add. And if Madam Christiana Opalua wants to add anything, the floor is open to you. Okay. Madam Christiana, over to you.
Okay, so I think majority of the questions that students will have would have been answered. So I'm not really sure what else to say. Is there a specific question that came to me? I don't know if I missed that. Hello, sir. Can you
No,
hear me?
if
Need
you
to go
just
to
have it,
that man.
if you don't have no problem.
Need to go to that man.
Okay, so I would just say that
That's not for the one, no?
orientation. So any other thing that you have as a question, there are benefits that will come from being an equity student. So you can already see that directors are very passionate about what our goals and objectives are. So be rest assured that this is a good place to decide to take on your professional journey. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Christina. So I just want to add in to what Mr. Christopher has said. So, Mr. Christopher, thank you very much for that wonderful, wonderful presentation. So as you were saying it, I could resonate with it during when we were writing exams. So over time, we really had to do all that because that's just the recipe to success. So one more thing I just need to add is space repetition. Space repetition makes you look like a genius. It makes you look as if you are the smartest person ever. I mean, however your level as a person, space repetition is the key. What do I mean by that? It means start reading little by little, bit by bit. And when you read something, you read it again. When you read a topic, you revise it again. You revise it again. And that's the beauty of starting to read early enough. It brings you to that genius level. So if they teach you a topic today, you read it. That's thing that you read yesterday. When you're reading it tomorrow, if it took you 1 hour to read it yesterday, if you are reading it the next day, it won't take you 1 hour again. It will take you much, much lesser time. If you are reading it again the next time, it will take you much, much lesser time. Over time, when you want to read it, you just glance through it. Okay? And that's what is helping we lecturers, right? Every one of us, before we enter your class, we read very well. But when I'm reading now, it's fast. I mean, I can just have class. I will just I read as if there are some people that's how they read, even on their first reading, because those are, I mean, extremely smart. But you can be at that genius level with space repetition. Somebody that does space repetition never fail an exam. It's not possible. Okay, so make it bit by bit, like Mr. Chris has said. Don't lump everything together when it's too late. Start now, start small, and make sure you repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat what you have read over and over again. Then you would be very fine. Thank you.
Thank you, my MD. I will hand over to Mr. Dejuan. And after Mr. Dejuan, anybody that has question, I can see Olamilekon, I can see Yvonne, I can see Perpetua. The three of them also ask question. So Mr. Dejuan, over to you. After you, they will come up. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. You've said it all in terms of the strategies to pass Ican exams. We can't overflog the need for you to have a goal, because for you to say you want to write Ican exam, that means you have made up your mind that come May 2026, you want to pass your exam. Your main goal in this May diet exam is for you to do well, excellently. Therefore, at any time, anything you are going to do, as you are coming for lectures, as you are studying for your exams, your focus should be on the goals that you want to achieve, which is for you to pass excellently. Therefore, it is essential for you to stay focused. You should be more determined and resilient to ensure that you achieve your goal. Like I said, Mr. Christopher has made mention on some certain things which are very germane to your success. But I would like to add to that, again, oftentimes some students, they tend to follow crowd, right? There are some people that they dwell so much on negativities. Oh, ICANN exam is very difficult. I've wrote the exam like twice and I'm still writing a particular level. When you find yourself in the midst of such individual, you have to avoid it. All right, find a way to manage yourself and avoid the situation. Don't let anybody to rub your mind with negative thoughts. No exam is difficult. I can bet you, ICANN exam is not difficult. As you lay your bed, so also you will lie on it. The fact that the exam or a particular subject is difficult for somebody does not make it difficult to you, because we are different individuals with different exposure, with different experience, with different level of assimilation, right? So the fact that I'm finding it challenging to do does not make you doesn't mean that you are going to experience the same thing. So you have to avoid any bad influence that may affect your performance on the day of your exam. Mingle with people that have developed the growth mindset. Okay, people that think about the ICANN that you want to write, people that have achieved success in the past, which you can adopt the strategy that they use for them to be able to pass. So this is very essential. Not only that, Mr. Christopher mentioned the other time that you need to get certain materials, research, as you are studying the Ican study pack, as you are reading the Ican study pack, you should also research, all right? All videos on YouTube and all of that, which are also very key. However, you will need to avoid what we call analysis paralysis. That is, information overload. When you have so much information at your disposal, when you have so much material at your disposal, it may make you it can confuse you so that you won't know which one you even follow, which strategy, because most of all these materials that you had there, they have different approaches to the same thing, even though there's no one way of solving a problem. But what I'm trying to say in essence is that avoid information overload. Look for a very solid study material, textbook, for example. Then, in conjunction with that, add Ican study packs, particularly for those stories subjects, for those written subjects. Oftentimes, Ican do pick questions from their study pack. The only thing with Ican study pack is that for those calculation subjects, you are not going to see the likely question you are going to face on the day of your exam. You won't see it in Ican study pack. And this is where those solid books will come in to guide you in addition to the final question and answers. So please, you need to avoid analysis paralysis. Then in addition to that, you see, there is no too well about it. Mr. Chris mentioned earlier that when you are going for Ican exam, it's like you want to face a wall. Yes, because Ican expects you that you would have studied extensively before the D-Day for the exams. Therefore, you are preparing for exam, and you need to design your strategy for you to be able to conquer, to defeat Ican on that day. And that's where early preparation comes in, because there is no too well about it. If you start your studying early enough, certainly there's no way you are not going to pass that paper, because when you are studying, you need to practice. The more you practice, the more you become the master. All right? Because if you learn something new, for example, you have mastered a formula, something will spur you to want to try, you want to practice that formula that you have mastered. So this means that you need to be practicing final question and answer. So early preparation is very key for you to pass your Ican exam. Don't wait to the last minute before you begin to do the needful. That would be very that would be very challenging for you to achieve at the end of the day. So it is important. Start now. Start your studying now. Design your reading timetable immediately if you have not done it, because you cannot be reading randomly. It doesn't work like that. You must have a structured, a planned approach that you want to adopt for you to be able to defeat Ican. Monday to Sunday, you have to dedicate minimum of 2 hours for studying. For example, if you are a foundation student whereby you want to write 4 papers and you have 7 days in a week, you can do 1 subject per day for 2 hours, right? The remaining 3 days, you look at other difficult subjects, like for example, management accounting or financial accounting. You can do two of those 2 and then 1 additional 1. So that means in a week you are reading maybe MA is the most challenging subject at that level. You can do 3 times that 6 hours in a week, like the one that are written ones, like corporate and business law. You can do 2 hours in a week. All right, business environment, you can do 2 hours in a week. Financial accounting, you read twice, in a week. So 2 hours plus 2, that's 4 hours. So the same thing we applied at skills level. Let's say, for example, you are writing 6 papers at skills level. So you need to schedule that Monday to Sunday, minimum of 2. You can do more than 2 hours, but minimum is 2 hours. It is only when you have this kind of structure in place that you'll be able to achieve excellence on that day. But if you are reading randomly, it will not help you to achieve your goal, because things will be scattered here and there, no structure, no proper plan for you to achieve that goal. Please, this is what we want you to do. Yes, the need to practice Ican parameter question and answer repeatedly cannot be overemphasized, because that's the ultimate. That is just the ultimate. You can't be going to the exam hall without you texting Ican a parameter question. No, you cannot achieve excellence on that day, because the parameter question is intended to expose you to the strategy, to the techniques of answering questions. And if you have not seen it, if you have not practiced the Pathfinder questions and master the solutions, then on that day of your exam, when you meet some similar question like that, you'll find it difficult to do. But if you have tried it, you have exposed yourself very well, you have practiced that particular scope of the question, topics that was tested, then when you see it on the day of your exam, you'll be very happy. Hey, God, I thank you. During my preparation, I made something like, so it will take you faster to solve, rather than if you are just meeting it for the first time. And that's why we're encouraging you to ensure that you practice, continue to practice repeatedly the Pathfinder questions and answers. And I believe when you do that, you are going to gain confidence, you'll be exposed to the techniques and then examiner's report, because on each diet, there are challenges that students do face in the paper, and then examiner will now state in the examiner's report, they are going to show you the difficulties that the student face, and you should avoid making similar mistake in the subsequent exam. And that's why we are telling you that you just have to continue to practice the Pathfinder question and answers. So yeah, that would be from me to you. All right. So Mr. Christopher, you can take it away from me. And then before that, Madam Christiana, thank you for joining. We really appreciate your support always. Thank you. Yes, Chris, take it away from me.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Adejuwon, for that discussion. God bless you. If you have any question now, we are ready to take the question. So we have only 5 people here. Those are the people that we are going to take their question, and afterthoughts will not be allowed. So Adejimi Olamilekon, your question.
Okay, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good
Thank
evening.
you for the analysis. I want to ask about the location for the exam. Am I in best place at the candidates registering for the exam to choose my location for the exam center?
Where do you stay?
I'm in Abia, but I would like to write it in Ibadan.
In Ibadan. So if you want to do that, you have to register on time so that you will choose Ibadan Center. I'm very sure there will be a center in Ibadan where you can write your exam from. So
when I'm filling my details, my residential address, am I supposed to put
it doesn't affect where you want to do your exam. You will be the one to choose where you want to write your exam.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Ivan. Okay, over to you. Okay, over to you. Okay, Perpetua, over to you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Somebody has already asked the question I wanted to ask, so I'm fine with that.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Temitope Olusegun, over to you. Okay, if Temitope is not available, Ramon Oluwasegun, over to you.
Okay, good evening, sir. So my question is, I want to know where can we download the Ican study pack, because I think they didn't show us on the site. I don't know.
Mr. Asu, please help me show them.
Okay, so when you go to Ican landing page, here,
Good evening.
You can continue with your question if you have other questions. It's taking forever to load.
Why Mr. Asu is doing that? There are some questions that we have on Zoom on the chat box. So if you don't see your tertiary institution when applying for exemption, what do you do? That might be very difficult for me to answer, but if you do not see your tertiary institution, you might need to send email to Ican Student Affairs to help you look at your qualification and tell you the exemption that you're going to be qualified for. So if that is the case, and if your school is not there, it means that your school is not accredited at all. You get? So, and that will mean you fall under non-accredited institution where you would have to do foundation if you have studied accounting, and you do only MA at that level. But if you have not studied accounting, you will do the 4 papers at that level. So that is that. So I appeal that the recording for this be shared so that I can replay tonight. We will share the recording after we are done. The rest assured. This is there. Okay, Mr. Asiova, are you there? Okay. While you are still doing that, let's go ahead. Please,
Hello, sir.
hold on. Let's attend to all this. Is there a deadline for the online registration? I've been trying to register, but it isn't going through. Maybe it's your network. You try again. You'll get it sorted. If this persists, then you can liaise with us. We can walk you through at the background. So again, there is no deadline, but you need to do it on time if you want to meet up with May Diet exam. I am a little confused on how to register. I was having network issue at first, but I plan to watch this video meeting and check before reaching out. Okay, please go ahead and do that. Please, how do returning student register for exam previously failed? You don't need to register. Just go and pay for the exam that you have failed and upload it on the system. Register for exam. And this is the platform, registration for exam. Once you register for exam, you will see your details there and you will know the ones you are going to write. What are the exemptions for students for BSc writing skills? Which course do you study? If you study accounting, just like I said, you have foundation and audit exempted for you. Why you have to write skills? You write 5 at the skills level. You are only exempted audit at that skills level. For those of you that are coming from foundation, you are not exempted anything in skills level. You are writing all the 6 papers. Please help us with the email and phone number you can reach Ican through. We are going to do that after the meeting. Okay, that is that. Mr. Asu, are you ready? Yvonne, your question. I can see you are raising your hand.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Sir, I was wondering about the registration process for those people that have registration number and have gotten the exemption.
What registration are you referring to?
For professionals.
For exam, Abi? Exam.
Yes, for exam registration, yes.
The exam form is not out yet. So once it's out, that is when the portal will be open for exam registration.
So for someone like me, there's nothing, I don't have to do what was explained earlier.
No, if you have registered as a student and you have
Okay.
your exemption, you have done all that, there is no problem about that. So all you just need to do is to wait for when ICANN will announce the release of their exam timetable and the exam fee. Then you can go to the registration page and register for the exam.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, I just say over to you.
Okay, yeah. I have a question and I have a suggestion.
Okay.
And my suggestion is the last lecture we had on taxation, advanced taxation. I remember we had it's not an issue, but some people were saying that the new because we have different laws coming from taxation from government, and it's making the whole thing more complex now. I'm talking of advanced tax. Laws are coming almost every month. One law, one law, the other will come out. So I'm just appealing to your institution to help us harmonize the new law with your notes so that we'll read it along with the ICANN part, because I got to know that ICANN part 2 is not even updated. So please, I don't know how you want to help us, because we don't know where ICANN is where they're going to send their questions from. So you need to help us in that regard. Yeah.
Yeah. That is why you are here.
Yes.
And for asking this question, is not out of place. Okay. So ICANN specifically told us that they would not set anything on the new tax law. And I have told my other colleague that is teaching with me, that is Mr. Idris, not to teach anything on the new tax law. If you have been attending my class, you will notice that I don't say anything about the new tax law because it is not relevant for this exam. For those that will be writing November diets, then they can focus on the new syllabus, on the new tax law. But for you that you are writing this exam, we are teaching you based on the Finance Act that stopped in 2023. That is what we are doing. Okay. And we are also incorporating withholding tax acts of 2024 into your lecture. So those are the things that we're going to be teaching you. So we are not going to teach you anything apart from that. We are teaching only what ICANN instructed us to do, and that is your syllabus. So don't put your mind at the new syllabus, the new tax law, because it will not affect this exam.
Okay.
All right, thank you. I think your suggestion.
Yeah, I'm not done yet. I have some second question. The second question is one of the lecturers there said that to avoid information overload. So I just want to ask the question where the ICANN pack and the notes you give in class, whether the two of them are okay for one to read for the exam, or we still need to look for other sorts of information.
Don't disturb yourself.
Okay.
Buy the golden book of Mr. Adejuwon. If you are a professor, subscribe to case study of Mr. Wasiu. Or so one thing that is very important is that we don't want to have information overload, because that would impact you. What you need to do, the notes we are giving you in class is sufficient, combined with ICANN study material. Okay? Those are for this. You do not need to bother yourself again. Just focus on those two. And I think you'll be able to write this exam without any hiccup.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay. That will be the last question for today from Olarileko. Then we'll round it off.
Okay, sir, please. About the transcripts that we are going to upload, our certificates. I don't know. Is it that it will be uploaded directly, it will be sent directly to ICANN from the school, or how are you going to do it?
So if you have served, are you serving currently?
Yes, I'm serving currently, sir.
So that your NYSC call-up letter is enough for you to do your registration.
Okay.
Yeah, it's enough.
So that we get a page on.
They are going for something, they will give you call-up letter and statement of results. So those
Okay.
are enough for you to do registration with Ican.
Call-up letter and statement of results.
Yes. If you have not served yet, your school will need to
But,
send your statement of results to
okay.
Ican. But if you have certificate
Yeah.
will take care of that.
Okay. Certificate and a call-up letter.
You don't need, so if you have your certificate from your school, you don't need
Okay,
call up.
sir.
Certificate is okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, in the absence of no question, again, I will hand over to our MD to give us a closing remark so that we can close this wonderful orientation meeting. It has been so exciting. A lot of questions has been asked, a lot of learning has been done, and a lot of understanding has been gotten. So I will hand it over to my boss so that we can quickly close this meeting so that you guys can rest for tomorrow. Thank you and God bless. Mr. Awasiu, over to you, sir.
So thank you, Mr. Chris, for the moderation, and thank you everyone for your attention. And I hope that you're able to use the information you have gotten in the right possible way and implement it for your exams as fast as possible. The exam comes very fast. Now we are in February. This is the month where you need to put your all. This is the month where you have to give it everything it takes. And if you want to download the Ican Pack, you can simply come to students, learning materials, click on professional text. When it loads, you can download past questions. Everything you need is here. Pathfinder, Pilot, professional study text. You download them from here and you use it for your exam. Thank you again, and I'll see you guys in class. This recording will be shared tomorrow. This is already 10 o'clock. I'm not certain it will be shared today, but it will be shared with you tomorrow along with other courses for those that are doing online class. Thank you all, and do have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Asiu. And don't forget to recommend us to your friends and everybody around you that you know that they are doing Icon. So once you share this video, you can do well to share with your friends. Good night and God bless you, everyone. Thank you. Bye for now.
Good night.